And get it on YouTube.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, it should be up now. I just hit the streaming.
All right. Yep, I see it.
That shit seems so far away.
Where would you go? Have fun on me.
I'll tell you something later, too.
All right.
Somebody volume up.
The levels is good.
Yeah,
Somebody echo.
Somebody volume
that's
up.
that. I think that's that. Is it come from his phone?
I don't have nothing recording. I was looking at a picture.
Oh. So that's you.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
I think it's,
Always gonna blame the white guy.
I think it's his
Always
phone.
gotta blame the.
I think it's his phone.
Hey.
It's his phone.
Hey, it's all good. Blame the white man.
I think it's his
Blame
phone.
the white man.
That's what happened when you had guests.
Hey. Don't worry, it get edited.
Oh, goodness.
I think it's his phone.
Yeah,
what
I
happened.
meant
That's
that
what
shit
happened
too.
when you
You
got-
were wrong. Hey, you loud and wrong.
and
Like they be at work.
Already. Y'all done started already.
Who was that? It's all good.
You hear it, man. Hey. You hear it.
Right.
You hear it, man.
Here.
What up, world?
No, you can't do that, man.
You don't want to do this one?
He here.
I ain't got the other one. I'm out.
You took it off?
Hold on. I'll find something for him. No, he had a couple of them. He had a couple of them now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh.
DJ Selector, bring it back.
He here, man. You can't do that.
Hey, that's the shit right there.
Oh, let's see what he got. Dang, dude.
He might be able to freak that.
Hey, hola, mi gente.
Yeah.
It's your man, the Afro-Rican Orlando Crespo. Guess what, y'all? Giving you the rice and beans. Know what I mean? What up, slime?
Hey. Whoa.
You can't disrespect it.
Throwback for y'all.
He here, man.
Throwback. Go ahead.
Hey, man. Appreciate y'all following up through here today.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
No doubt, bro.
The energy already in the room.
Yes, it is.
Already in the room, man.
Yes,
We don't need no introductions. Y'all know who we is. It's your boy Collar Posh. Y'all heard from the Afro region.
We don't need no introduction.
But I'm still gonna do it. I don't care about what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Tell them people who y'all is, man.
Yo, the God Flex, the original Root Intellect, back for the first time in a long time. I'm happy to be here.
Good to see you, brother.
Word up, good to be here.
I'm here to move some blood pressures today.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go. Anyway, we're going to start off. First off, let me say congratulations to all you parents, all of you people that's been graduating from college. That got the kids graduating. I'm seeing the beautiful pictures of everybody with the college graduations, man.
I love it. Love it. Show those credentials.
Just give a little shout out to all of them, man. Y'all looking good out there.
That's what's up.
Keep on going, man. Another thing is, I'm just gonna go into the news before I get into some other stuff about well, not yet. I'm just saying I have some other stuff I want to talk about, but I'm gonna get into it a little later. But we gonna go ahead and we gonna get into my favorite part.
This is what I came for. Love it.
Let's get into this news, man. Starting off, if y'all remember, which y'all should, the officer that killed Breonna Taylor just recently got a new job. He ain't locked up. He got a new job as a deputy in another county, about like an hour outside of St. Louis. But this good old America, y'all. Y'all got him another job as a deputy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when was her passing?
What was it? 2020.
2020.
Yeah. And he got another job already doing the same thing. Yeah, good old America.
Brian.
Wow.
Good old America. You here now already?
Huh?
Yeah, Brian's stupid.
What'd he say?
That's a very festive shirt you got on there, Crespo.
Wow. I won it from the cook-off.
What
Anyway.
cook-off you won?
Oh, we're, that's a whole different show.
Here we go.
That's a whole different show. Let's stick to the news.
I'm gonna stick to the
I
news.
might have missed something.
We gonna stick to the news. In other news, we have Britany Griner comes out and she says she's in support of trans athletes competing in women's sports. How y'all feel about that?
Britany Griner is, what was it, Manchurian Candidate?
Manchurian
That
Candidate.
that the
movie, yeah.
movie?
I remember that movie. Mm-hmm.
Like she, to me, them people made a deal to get free. So she gonna be saying a lot of things if she mean them or not.
Ah, you saying she like an agent of the state at this point?
At this point,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's no way. She might have a voice to compete with men and, you know what I'm saying, things like that, but she definitely don't have the physical makeup to get in there and play a season of games with men.
Right.
And I think she's losing that in her whole statement of being equal. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We done seen it happening with these ladies getting hurt when you got these. I wish we got banned last time, so I can't say that.
Oh yeah.
when we got when we got these transgender, you know, men going to women.
Athletes.
Yeah, good looking,
Them.
competing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We done seen, you know, birth genetically made women get hurt, hurt bad.
All right.
So what is she talking about? Like she got to be more like she want to play pool together, something that ain't physical.
All right.
It's got to be. Because some sports I can see it. If it's no physical contact like pool, bowling, things of that, golf, things of that nature where your body mass, your muscular makeup
You ain't
doesn't
hit nobody.
affect no
You ain't
contact.
hit nobody.
Yeah, no contact
Yeah.
doesn't affect how the outcome is going to be. But I think, like you said, I think it's all with her and the whole inclusion and the we are the world. Like, nah, it's not fair because, I mean, you get you a 6'8", 250 dude to come play
Right.
in the WNBA.
Just imagine
crazy.
LeBron said tomorrow, I want to go play in the WNBA. We gonna watch it just to laugh at it, but we know it ain't fair, man. Like it's separation in sports for a reason.
Is there like such thing as too much inclusion though?
Yeah,
I agree. I mean, things need to be separated.
Absolutely.
I believe they're integrating the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts now, right?
Are they?
Yeah.
I think it becoming one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I read that.
Why can't this just be?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Why can't there just be boys and girls or men and women?
Because of what's happening with, inclusion. When people make the choices that what they want to be. Look at my man, daughter. I mean, son, daughter. I don't even know what to call her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The little person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you got things like that, and then you show up to do something, whatever I say I am, you have to respect that.
Right.
So now you putting organizations and stuff on notice to the minute we say no, now we got a bigger issue.
All right.
And their rights is heavy too. They backed.
Yeah, they're in there, and that, to me, that's the larger problem. That they're forcing their beliefs on us, and it's not fair to if Lola goes and she wants to compete in volleyball because she's tall or basketball per se, and then you got an 11-year-old boy that identifies as a woman,
Right.
comes in and is just dogging every team in the state. How would you feel?
Right. That's unfair.
It's like they're almost trying to wipe away women to the point to where, to me, I just don't. I don't understand it.
I think it strips our kids of their innocence because, like you said, they prone in that upon them, making it acceptable. Making it acceptable is shown on primetime TV, internet. Our kids got access to internet 24/7, so they make it acceptable. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not for it.
I think when you turn 18, you got a choice. Choose whatever you want.
Well, what about when when you're trying to play sports though? Because real sports don't begin till you're 18.
Right. Well, I know when I sign my kids up for sports, you turn 18, they got to submit their birth certificate. Birth certificate show female, male. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
At this point in the country, though, or society, is a birth certificate really, are they obsolete at this point?
I think they're moving in that direction.
Man.
I think I read somewhere they were moving to where some of the birth certificates are obsolete, pretty much, as far as your gender, or you don't have to.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
don't have to put your
you don't
gender
have to,
on there anymore. So, I mean, I rented a car the other day and it had 4 options for gender: male, female,
Really?
not disclosed, and some other option. I can't remember some. Yeah, but it was 4 options
just to rent a car.
just to rent a car. So
Is the rate gonna be different?
I don't know.
I think what you gonna do, man? 'Cause you sound like when you go in there, man, you gonna find one
Man, look,
cheaper rate.
I might put on for $100 discount.
Alito Crespo.
Senor. I'm bullshit you about being, but for real.
Oh man. All right, man. Well, anyway, moving on, man.
Hold on. What you got?
Flash been quiet, and
You done booted that chair 8 times. What you got? What you got?
I feel like he don't want to talk on it. That's why I was gonna move on it.
I mean, you can say that.
I mean, I'm kind of where Crespo said how far does inclusion go? I don't know. What are we including? And just because at this point, I heard one of you mention that you feel like it's being forced on you. But have we always forced our opinions and our views on people who feel different from us? So now, kind of to play devil's advocate, I don't really know how to handle this because it's been acceptable. So this has really been thrown on us so fast.
Right.
I'm really still processing the whole situation. I don't know if you ever saw the thing on YouTube or on the internet. Beyonce's internet had a guy on there saying, "You don't get to pick your own pronouns." Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to just.
I remember that.
You don't get to do that. And I kind of like if we going with like a factual situation. I mean, I kind of agree with that. I'm not saying that you I can't just wake up one day and this always for me. This always seems like white people always benefit more from it anyway. Like with the young lady who said she was identified as black. You're like, I want to identify as somebody who can't be beat by the police.
Right.
But nobody's going to respect that.
Right.
It's not respectable when it's something that's going to benefit me per se and my beliefs. I don't want to put that on just black people, but you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we do have a lot of transgender black people. As far as what Britany Griner, I'm sorry. As far as what she said, that whole community backed her to get her home.
Right.
Like, does she really have an option to say? I'm not saying she doesn't believe it.
Right.
Maybe she does, but
Right.
it just seems kind of put together like, let me go out here and say this because because they said so much about it. That's what it feels like. I could be wrong.
Right.
But that's probably the best take that I can put on that without being disrespectful.
Like when she was like, "I ain't playing basketball for no, I'm not leaving it overseas to play no more." That's
Unless
play
it's for a country,
yeah,
right?
for a country. And people applauded.
she had to say that too.
And people applauded that. But I'm like, do y'all realize over there what she did was a crime?
Right.
Like,
We haven't accepted that.
oh, that's what
We don't have to. We're Americans.
It's exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
we're Americans. Go get our person back.
Right.
But left a prisoner.
The Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Marine that fought for the country. Well, yeah.
You talking about the same people who we leave outside
Yeah.
in the street
Veterans.
when they come. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
That's
they
what-
come home, they on the street. Yeah, that's another story.
But you want me? Yeah. Okay.
Power.
Yeah.
No.
She has a certain stature. over that Marine that's over there.
Does she?
Yeah.
To the community,
who?
to the
To
community
who?
who
To
backed
who?
her.
To the masses.
To the public relations.
Yeah.
To the public. Nobody knew this guy.
Sure.
So when
I
it
was
comes
about
down
say
to
that.
it, the working man, the middle class, we are overlooked all the time anyway. So in this case, when you put a celebrity in front of
Somebody they knew him. They just said he signed up for what happened.
There's a statue of the unknown soldier in D.C. We don't have to know soldiers if we really want to be patriotic.
fact,
Like if that's what we really talking about here, we got a whole monument, a statue
people I don't
that's
know.
dedicated to that.
That's
Sure.
real.
So we don't have to know him, but we know that what he was for this country.
We know what he
Right.
was doing.
Like that. That's why I just quiet.
you got to understand who we talking about, the U.S. government. If it ain't about making dollars or making cents, they ain't really trying to talk about it for real.
Move on, man.
Well, hold up, Britany. She said she's accepted. She mentioned
What's so funny, dog?
she accepted the transgender participating in sports, right?
She
But
supported.
she hasn't elaborated any more on that. has she?
no.
we don't
but
even know what
she's
that
in-
means. Come on, like
That's all she got to say.
Hey man, move on.
stop.
Say, hey, you got to go in and say this.
And just so y'all know, y'all said golf, but you know, man, you still got to drive, and if on the longer
It's
tees,
different.
still,
It's different. It's
like,
different.
It's still you still need that strength on that too.
it's-
Like
but
maybe
it's-
your short game could be great,
but,
but you still got to be able to make par.
If I'm correct, I think it's the starting points are different in golf. I don't think they all hit
The
from-
tee
Yeah,
and the C,
I think-
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you
Yeah,
if you make
it's
it, yeah,
different.
It's different. It's like no.
I think the only even sport might be tennis.
That's not even.
What they do different? Same court.
The strength.
strength.
That's why you look when you look at the men. When you look at the men pro sports, they have about 3 or 4 volleys. The women
right.
is more entertaining
Yeah.
because they're
Right.
not as strong.
Well, we can't do tennis then. So was it pool then?
I was trying to play even here, but
Is
the
it-
more
is it-
y'all
is it
dig
pool?
into it,
Hey man,
possibly because
what's next?
possibly,
Ain't it pool?
possibly.
Domino?
Oh man! All right, moving on.
Cornhole?
He's
What?
just gonna keep corn.
Wow.
I
Wait,
mean, what else could it be?
That game you like, horseshoe.
Nah, that's totally different.
That ain't even.
Hell, that shit heavy, man.
Moving on.
right.
Andrew Lester. I had to say his name because it's the old guy that shot Ralph Yarl, the 16-year-old, in the face. In case y'all didn't know, he was arrested and released hours later because he was able to pay his $20,000 bond. And
200,000.
no, it was 20,000. Well, at the 200,000,
put down
you only
20.
had to put
Oh,
down
okay.
to 20.
Go ahead.
And he was able to go home immediately hours after the arrest. How y'all feel about that?
So you get to sleep in your own bed after you done shot somebody.
self-defense.
He said he was intimidated by the young man's side, and he shot him through a glass door in the face and in the right arm.
That was self-defense?
Yeah.
All right, could you elaborate, please?
A black man was at my door. I felt threatened and intimidated, and I shot him. He had no business being here. He was trespassing. I'm just going by what
That's in Kansas City, right?
That's in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean
where
where
it
this
happened.
happened. Where this happened.
Yeah.
So do they implement a stand your ground rule?
I don't
there?
think that has staying ground, but that ain't even a.
He's trespassing.
That doesn't.
And I was scared. And because he's dead, I can make up any story I want.
Bro, he knocking on the wrong door. He didn't know he knocked on the wrong door.
Okay.
He died.
I didn't know he was
No,
just
he
knocking
didn't.
No,
on.
he ain't died.
No, he didn't die.
I didn't know he was knocking on the wrong door either.
Yeah, he didn't die.
My story.
Huh?
This is my story. He on my door, my property. I don't know who he is.
Oh, you said that man was?
85.
Yeah, he was older.
85.
They took that in consideration.
Man,
think
these
rape
rape-
played
Will
in
we
it?
get that same grace?
No.
It is.
These laws in America are not meant to. They're meant to police you. They're meant to keep other races safe from you. You are a threat. Now, who in this room today can tell me they didn't have that conversation with their parents growing up, or something to that
Right.
effect?
Right, of course.
That's what this is. Like, it's been going on. And we can say, oh, politicians ain't making rules and we need to go out here and vote. They're not changing this stuff. So what do we do now? Same thing with what's going on with what we was talking about in the last. What's the response to all of this? What are we doing? We just going with the flow. Go out here, I'm gonna make my money on this white man's job and not upset them, so I can keep living my life. Because that's all you can do. What do you do?
What do you think would be a catalyst, a starting point?
Number one, we had to come up with our own ways to unite. I'm just gonna give you my quick opinion on this. Some of this is gonna be based off of what you would catch in a final call. Sometimes you might have to separate. Like the older I get, I understand it better because like this stuff is not changing. Even when the rules change, they still applicable to us the same.
Right.
So at some point, I don't know what to do. You know, we not gonna. I get ready to give y'all reparations. I don't care how much it come up. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what reparations is. Like people think that reparations is just giving a bunch of money to people.
For it too.
Yeah, like they don't even understand what reparations is, and then we got to be inclusive. You ain't been inclusive to black folks since we've been here,
right?
But anything that's going to actually help repair, because that's what reparations is. The root word of reparations, you have to repair what you did wrong.
Right.
Now you want some.
Yeah. Now you want some of that too. Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now I ain't saying everybody pack up and leave. That's not what I'm saying. We built this. This is ours.
Right.
But I'm saying we got to figure out a way to come together collectively and come up with real plans, real ideas, and follow through on them. Stop spending your money with these folks. Stop sending your kids to these people's schools. Stop. We have to stop doing the things we've been doing. Stop assimilating, because that's what's tearing us down.
Yeah.
Like we don't even have no pride as a people no more. We just was talking about how Cinco de Mayo is something all of us go to. Everybody want to go to Cinco de Mayo. Respectfully, I'm not mad. I'm just saying. But every time, how many years we've been trying to get people to come to Juneteenth with us?
6.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I had somebody tell me at work this week, when is Juneteenth? What is it?
They don't know.
Man.
Wow.
And I'm going to be honest. You know what I told him? Man, go ask Ralph.
Never tell him.
He's better at explaining. And I bet
There's
you they
no
never came up
excuse
to
at
me
this
today.
point. Yeah, there's no excuse at this point. None.
It's just, it's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking to have the same conversation every day.
Yeah.
You know, how many times it's like, yo, we the black people, like we the best people in the world at turning the other cheek.
Yeah.
But the only universal language that the world understands is violence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what language you speak, where you come from, the one thing you understand is if I come up and punch you in your face, it's an issue.
Yeah. Yep.
We don't speak that language good unless it's to each other.
Yeah. We good with them hands and other things.
Boy, you crazy. Take it up.
What you mean?
I'm just saying, you know, we run around here, we got that stick talk. But when a white man come around the corner beating the hell out of us, we like, hey man, y'all better shut up.
Right.
He straighten up quick.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Super gangster with each other.
Put it on.
Oh man, moving on. Another situation, man.
Y'all ain't got no topics that they got to do with black folks, man. What's so funny?
He been laughing the whole time, and we gonna keep rolling.
Sweet
Don't take
tea.
a drink, brother.
We gonna keep rolling.
Don't get your little drink.
It's gonna keep
Shout
rolling.
out.
We got another thing along the same lines. You can probably just sit back on this because it's the same exact thing. Kathleen Castillo, she was facing 7 years in prison for when she ran into the Black Lives Matters people. She was facing 7 years. Went to court, got 5 hours of community service. 5 hours
Wow.
of community service. She was facing 7 years for injuring 6 people with your car.
Right.
Did y'all follow that? Did y'all follow the story, or you just because Karen? What she pretty much? I got scared. All those people around me, I got scared.
She said they were aggressive.
So here we go once again, where you can be as violent, be as nasty, be as rude. You can be anything that you want to be, and then you can all fall. It all falls under the. I was in fear for my life. Now you're a victim. I hit you and 5 other people with my car, and I'm the victim. And the courts come in and say, you know what?
Yep.
You're right. You know what? Shout out to my man Simba, because Simba said it's a difference when your father went to school with your honor. That's like these. This is a circle.
Yeah.
They in
All of
cahoots
this
with
is
each other.
this is this
It's a
collusion.
It's a fraternity. It's definitely a fraternity.
on,
Racial
man.
fraternity. Racial.
And they don't break code
Oh no, that's
unless
not
they
gonna do it.
absolutely have to.
Huh?
Nothing. All right.
I'm chilling.
Everything we've discussed so far, man, thus far,
I'm chilling on
they
the news.
privileged.
One more.
I'm
I
chilling
mean, this is stuff that I feed myself with it to remind myself how I move when I'm out here.
Right. They follow under white privilege. That's exactly what it is. Everything we discussed so far.
We had a man on the New York City subway.
Mm-hmm.
They had already said he was homeless. He had mental problems, but he was not a threat to anybody on the train. And yet, a white ex-Marine decided to put a chokehold on him for 15 minutes. Again, they haven't even found this guy. But we got thousands of cameras recorded. First off, I want to know why people sat and watched this.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
For 15 minutes.
You said what?
For 15 minutes.
You want to know why people sat and watched?
Yeah.
Bro, this is the same thing that's on TV. This entertainment.
It's sad.
It is very sad. But you know what else is sad? That people sit around, as soon as a fight break out between two 12-year-olds, the
They
first
got
thing
their
it's
phone.
1,000 cameras out. We got every
Got
angle
their
of the
phone.
fight.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
This is entertainment, man. They was just talking about this on what's my man when Benny was on the podcast. They was just talking about the same type stuff.
Math Hoffa.
Matt
Yeah, man,
Hoffa.
yeah, they just talking about the same stuff.
We say perception is real. Perception
It's
is
reality.
reality.
Bro, this is ridiculous, man. And like the one thing, shout out to them. I know we don't get no money, nothing from that. But yo, listen, Mecca was like, yo, listen. The negative voice is not more negativity. They just louder.
Right. More visible.
Come on, it's like first time something happened when we outside with you, World Star.
Oh yeah.
It's entertainment.
Entertainment. Right.
What happened when you was out? That time that you was out and something happened. I think it was a lady. Maybe
Oh,
she
yeah,
didn't have
yeah,
no clothes.
Mm.
Like everybody, the people that say it's sickening, it's like, oh man, this is ridiculous. But the people that's entertained,
Sit back and watch. Cheer it on. We got to change that narrative.
how?
That's a good question.
How?
Put them on blast. Hold each other accountable.
How?
Somebody got to help to stop, man.
Yeah, somebody
Fights.
got to step in. Like,
Things like that. It got to start with somebody saying, "Yo, put your camera down. Help me, man. Help me stop this."
well,
It's got to,
We've lost humanity, man.
because too many people, and we all been, you know what I'm saying, part of the problem as well.
Right.
We done seen some shit about the pop off. First thing we do, hey man, let's go, dog. Let's go. We ain't pulling out no phones, nothing like that. But we all done said, hey man, that's our cue. Let's go.
I was ready to go anyway.
Yeah, yo, I ain't even want to be here.
That sound like us. I was ready to go anywhere. I didn't want to be here. Let's
You know
go.
what I'm saying? So one thing we've been saying in our little talks at work, that somebody got to die before everybody get it.
Why?
Hold on, let me finish. But I think enough people done died that at this point you either don't want to get it, you scared to do something because you did get it, or it just ain't your problem. So you it's easy for you to walk away from that.
because it's not intimate for you. It's not touching you.
I mean, people don't usually change, man, till something happened to them either personally or
It hit
like
home.
just personally. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. Like sometimes, we all hard headed in different ways. But sometimes that's what has to happen before people say, yo, enough is enough. Unfortunately, you got people that they don't believe it the first time and they do it again. They get lucky. But that's what we are as a society. But until it affects you to where it hurts your feelings or your body, you kind of don't give a damn.
And it happens so much that we're immune to it. It's normal. It's natural now. You hear the shit on the news. You hear it on the radio. You hear it on the TV. And like Ralph said, it ain't my business. How many times you heard that?
But the problem
It don't
with
mean
that,
my business.
But the problem with that being it ain't your business, happens what happened in your neighborhood, and it becomes your business. But since it didn't happen to your house,
Right.
you still feel it ain't your business. But then the day that something happened to your property, you quick to say, man, one of my neighbors saying something.
Yeah.
They ain't say shit. They probably ain't on it. You done took the whole different route.
Right.
But when it was happening to Miss Brenda down the street, it wasn't your business.
Right.
We gotta love each other more than the price it costs to not fuck with each other. Like that's just what it is. We gotta love each other more than that.
Yeah. That's amazing. You haven't said that much and you ended up throwing a curse word in there. Anyway.
I hate this.
He was waiting.
Are you the cursor on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know we got a cursor at work.
Yeah.
So are you him?
Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
But no, that's all real, man. That's serious. And what you were going ready to say was the loss of humanity. And we talked about it before, whereas being desensitized by seeing these videos, by sitting here and watching this stuff. And that's why I tell people, I don't watch it. I hadn't seen that video. I saw when he grabbed him after that, I cut it off. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be desensitized because if it happens in my face, innately, I am going to engage.
Right.
I want to be able to say, look, this shouldn't be happening. Let me do something about it. As opposed to me sitting back, watching my phone like most people would do, and it's happening right there. They want to capture the moment. Like when people go to shows now, they don't want to take the experience. They want to capture it.
Yeah.
Get the experience. Put your phone down. You know what I mean? So all of that goes into play with just being desensitized to human reaction and human experiences where you should be able to react just based off of seeing another human being being hurt. Yeah.
I mean, them gentlemen were grabbing Mr. Neely's hands as he's trying to fight it off, bringing his hands down in his lap. It was just disturbing, man. Somebody sit there and film that thing. And they said he was mentally unstable because of a murder. His mother was murdered when he was 14 years old.
Found her in a car trunk of a car or something like that. So that's just.
But this guy didn't pose a threat to anybody.
Right. This is just another case of the system washing us down the drain.
You got any good news on that?
No, that was it. That was all for the news.
No good news.
No good news. No good news.
You ain't got that either?
You got some good news?
Yeah, my mother got married. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, congratulations.
What's up?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
No, that's it for the news. We
Big
can
up,
move
big
on.
up, big up.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. That was it for the news, people.
Right on.
Okay. We can get into some real life stuff now.
That's what's up.
Y'all gonna have fun with this one.
Yeah,
Here we go again.
Go ahead.
Did we see the post of Eboni K Williams? Is that?
Yeah. The journalist.
I don't know what she is. This is my first time hearing
The
about her.
griot.
Yeah, she got a show now.
Okay. So I saw, where she was talking to Yanya Banzan and said that she wouldn't date a bus driver unless he owned the bus. And she got a lot of, I was fine with that. Everybody got their preference.
Of course you was.
Yeah, y'all tried to come for me.
I mean, I didn't try.
I'm perfectly fine with
I
it.
didn't try. Of course you was.
Of course, I'm fine with that. Everybody got a preference. You know what I mean? Her response was what triggered. Well, I won't say triggered me, but it just showed me who you are as a person. On top of that, when she went to the Breakfast Club the next day, did y'all see that?
No, I didn't see that.
I didn't see the whole thing. I seen some of it.
Yeah. So, first off, how do y'all feel about that before we even go further into that?
I ain't going first on this one, man. I mean, I'm so. Like I was saying, my mother got married, and for like 6-7 hours, I had to listen to conversations from older gentlemen and ladies about what's been lost with us as people, and we've chosen to put love and companionship and all that to the side for what kind of stability financially, because it starts there, that we can get from each other. Don't nobody feel they need nobody in no other way but financially. they want us to be providers. We want them to be whores and business women, all that, and cooks and cleaners, all that at the same time. But nobody takes the time to
Be in love.
actually just have a companion. I'm listening to people in their 70s saying that they just wish they had somebody to hold their hand. Like, I sat with that for a minute because I'm like, it's easy for me to go ahead and grab somebody to hold their hand. But when you get to a certain age, and we try to have a conversation with a guy we work with, shout out to the homie Wood, about when you get to a certain point in your life, man, you're going to want to share that with somebody. And I think we've definitely lost that because we don't even talk about health no more. Don't nobody want to be healthy. Don't nobody want to be in love. Everybody want to be rich.
That's it.
That's it. And then we get mad when we get with somebody, not only not rich, you ain't healthy, and you stuck with them because you ain't gonna leave. The word hindrance, I'm gonna bring back up in this conversation that we about to have. Everybody remember that. I hope everybody know what it means. But the word hindrance,
Go Google it.
but I just realized I looked at my how I live my own life. I'm looking at 70-year-old men cry because they watching their homeboy, you know what I'm saying, get married, and they saying there's still hope and love for them at that age because older people don't get out often. Right. You know what I'm saying? So to see that two people found each other, my mother's 77. This guy, my mother's 77. Jody is 80. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Jody.
Jody is 80. You know what I'm saying?
You're not being funny with your name, are you?
No, that's a name for real. That's a name for real. That's a
I
name
thought
for
he
real.
was trying to.
Nah. He 80. And I just see that two people just love being around each other. We don't have that no more. It's always a business. It got to be a business plan for us to be together.
Yeah.
But if one of y'all, this is my thing. And people say I'm wrong for this. I don't even care. If I got everything I needed before you, and I got the business plan, just like the young lady was talking, should you even be on my radar? Because I still got to help you with my business plan. Should you be on my radar? Or should I just say, you ain't worth my time? Let me go get somebody that I feel
I see what you're saying.
they might have a plan too. Because you might just be happy with living.
Right.
Something to compliment you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So where are we going with this? Because I know a lot of people out here, man, that's struggling with business plans and they losing everything else around them and they don't even realize it. I just watch it happen. Because I can't tell you what to do. I can only,
All right.
your life getting a little lonely, but you keep living.
Making that money.
I don't want to be in my 70s, bro. And I ain't got nobody to reminisce about my 50s, my 60s, my 40s, my 30s with. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much money I got, she got. If she make me happy, bro, that's just where I am with it. And I think we have lost that in a lot of ways to how we live. You know, everybody feels like everybody's an issue. But the person that is the issue, because you can hear a person say all day, I don't have time to deal with the issues. But you might be the goddamn issue.
Message.
You in your own way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't, I'm gonna share this mic with y'all. But I'm just something to think about, man. Just sitting with my elders, and just listening to them, man. My auntie, she there as well. She was married 45 years before my uncle died. My auntie's 70, 73. And she's just as happy for my mother like she was getting married all over again. My mother was by herself for 20 years.
Right.
For 20 years. My brother still got attitude. I said, well, you marry her then. You know what I'm saying? That's how much we love our mother, though.
Right.
But,
Shout out to James.
but when we met him, he calmed down. You know what I'm saying? We let my mama live her life. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But I look at that, man, and we screwed up out here, man. Like a lot of us, man, we so bent on being wealthy, rich, because don't nobody ever talk about being wealthy. Everybody want to be rich.
What do you bring to the table?
That you're going to end up, hopefully you make it to being rich, because I don't want to shit on nobody's dream.
Right.
But you're going to be there and be alone, or you're going to be in something real regretful, because you didn't take the time to know who that person was, but you just knew their business plan, and you was with that.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to take the Steve Harvey and the Bernie Mac. I can't follow that up, so one of y'all go next.
Well, you know what? Let me elaborate on Ebony. Ain't nothing wrong with having standards. Everybody has them. Everybody has a preference. I ain't mad at you. If that's how you roll, that's how you roll. But those other character traits that Ayana, that's her name, that she was running off, will that pay the bill? She wants to. She told Ayana, does he own the bus company? If that's how she rolled growing, I mean, that's how she rolls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when life sets in and you pushing 50, pushing 60, and you still rolling with them same standards and them preferences, good luck with that. If you still single, good luck with that.
What you got, bro?
That's a lot to unpack, this whole situation. Because I respect somebody who has their standards.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
get that. But I also understand that sometimes we may overvalue what we bring to the table as well. And I hate to, I'm not downing anybody when I say, like, you should think the best of yourself.
Absolutely.
But I think at the same time, we still have to be realistic. My pops was a bus driver. He drove bus for years. You know what I'm saying? After that, he was a city ticket inspector. Women will, at some point, you have to realize that if you're in this for love, if you're in this for only financial security, then you need to do everything that you can to keep yourself looking bad so that it's always your option for somebody who has money. And you have to understand that you're going to have to take everything that comes along with dating the man with money. So which means it might be number 2. It could mean you could be number 17. It could mean you could be number 1. But it's a possibility that you might have to share the man and the love and the quality time and what you thought made you so special. You might have to share some of that. And I'm not saying it's right, but a person who, in my opinion, a person who thinks like this young lady, Eboni, that's what you're aiming for. Because a bus driver isn't a bad job in any city in America. For the most, like if you're a city bus driver.
Actually control the city.
You understand what I'm saying? That's not that's not a bad gig. You know what I'm saying? You're probably dealing with somebody who is like upper middle class at that point, especially if you bring in a couple dollars too. Right. But if you think you're about to walk around with Birkins and Louis and, you know what I'm saying, hopefully root intellects and toting carries and that type of stuff one day, the upper echelons just,
come on now.
Flower flows, the cake chasers, you're getting your drinks from, you know what I'm saying, Fine Wine Enterprises, all plugs. That was all free too. Yeah. But no, for real. Like you gotta plug your people, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to Flower Flows, Raw Imperium.
The speech afterwards.
No, but serious, like it comes to a point to where like women get mad when you ask them what they bring to the table. I bring everything. I bring the table. You do all of that by yourself, but you don't have no, like, emotionally you're not available or spiritually. Like, it's always so much more that go into relationships. When we had these conversations with Hollywood, man.
Them tables be folded.
Hey, folding tables. Yeah, you talking about the joints we jumped through in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Bell's Mafia. You know what we do, the folding tables.
I'm talking about the card table.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about too. Them joints we jumped through.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot that goes into that. I respect somebody who's looking for standards. You know what I'm saying? And I also am going to respect somebody who looks for those financial stability over love. I'm not going to listen to you cry about it when you get the whole package that comes with that. You know, I think a lot of times in relationships, we don't really have plans for, like, we've been, some of us been single for so long, you don't always have a plan for what happens when you meet somebody you actually like.
Right.
Because let's be honest, man, a lot of us, we be dating and dealing with people we don't even like.
Don't even like, but
Like, for real.
They got
Like,
business.
Cresswell, you don't have to deal with it because you're married,
Right.
and I know you love your wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know you love your wife. That's the type of love I'm looking for. Look at, you see what I'm saying? Shout out to Shauna. But like a lot of you dealing with people that's like, oh, they're cool and like it's cool to kick it with, or it's cool to smash, or
They're
you
good
know it's
for
cool to
now.
go out with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But somebody that you can see that marks is cool to like a bunch of different things.
mark the boxes.
Check the boxes is what Hollywood would say.
Check the boxes.
You know, like
Right.
that's not always the case, and because we don't want to lose whatever that piece is that we cool with that person, we don't even be honest about it. And then when you do find somebody, I'm gonna speak for myself. When I have found people in the past that have checked multiple boxes, the shit gets scary because I don't like people.
Right.
I get in that car with I get in that car with
Yeah, I'm in the car. I'm in the car.
I
I
get in that
done
car
messed
with
up a lot of situations,
Right.
just because I was like, wait a minute, this
Yeah.
ain't no unicorns,
You
dog.
crushing too hard.
Yeah. For real.
Ain't no unicorns, dog.
That shit don't exist.
What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get a little nervous around those type situations.
You know what I always ask people? Why would you date you? Why would you marry you?
Good question.
That it really is a good question, but you're gonna get a lot of.
I mean,
BS.
I get a lot of bullshit answers.
Yeah.
I just want to hear them.
It's gonna get. You're gonna get.
You
a
know
lot
what I'm
of,
saying? Like what? But
You know, everybody's everything.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but the flaws that you have, would you accept that in somebody else? Like, cause you could be a goddamn maniac. Well, you know, you might be abusive. You know what I'm saying? Should somebody accept that?
Because
Could
you got all of that other
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, should somebody take that on? Could you take that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got all the money too. We in here knocking the shit out of each other. Like, you want to be part of some shit like that?
Creed 4, 5, 6, and 7.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ask people that, man.
Right.
The flaws you have, would you accept that in somebody?
Can we take a second to hey, Hunger Room people that's watching, people that's gonna see this later? Would you accept your flaws in somebody else? That's a good question for the room,
Yes, indeed.
and I can answer it for y'all. No,
Hell no.
I want to hear them answer.
yeah, that's. I think that'll like. I
yeah.
think people should. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, really act like, look at yourself in the mirror and be like,
Yeah.
I ain't got no mirrors in my house. That's what they gonna say.
Oh, they got them old nasty mirrors you be doing them selfies in, and
You talk about
like
the
you
joint
got
with
with
the
the
leg
toothpaste on
bowls
there,
out, and they be sitting there.
and then you
yeah.
gotta ask yourself this: if I can't be honest with myself,
Right.
how I'm gonna be honest with somebody else?
and expect them to
That's
do
heavy.
right by me.
Two heavy questions.
I'm just saying. That's what. But that's
He can't even
that's
prepare.
That's
today.
what we need to do. We need to ask real questions on these dinner dates or coffee date. We need to ask real questions. I don't care what your favorite color is today.
But I think we do ask real questions on it. Like,
What them questions be?
is we fucking?
Is we fucking or not? Right. Is we fucking or not? But this ain't about some sex.
They savages out here.
Yeah, that's good.
They
Already.
already
Y'all
got their
terrible,
mind,
man.
yo.
Y'all terrible.
I mean, but
They real in the moment questions, but I agree with you.
I brought up the word hindrance for a reason. And this ain't even got to do with relationship. This got to do with life. Is the reason why a lot of things don't happen in life because the hindrance you put on yourself to walk away from situations that you should. Think about bad relationships. Think about bad business.
It can't even be bad, just comfort.
Yeah, or even that. Yeah, you like something might not be bad, but it might be hindering you forgetting wherever you trying to be. Is the fear the reason why you stay?
Absolutely.
Or the lack of confidence in whatever it is
That should be it too.
you want to do to get that done.
Yeah. And for me, that all falls under fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, fear of failure. I'm with you.
Can doubt be fair though? Can doubt be fear?
Yeah,
Yeah,
doubt.
absolutely.
A direct.
I get
I
it.
would say, yeah, like a catalyst of
It's directly. It's directly related to fear.
Yeah.
That's why they tell you everything that you're looking for is on the other side of fear.
So everybody, I'm giving everybody a test, a quick, little, a little personal test. Write down hindrance and put everything up under it,
That hinders you.
and see what you come up with, and then ask yourself: are you willing to change any of that?
Are you gonna do this too?
For yourself?
You gonna do this and post it in the hunger room?
I'm not. I never post it because mine is deep.
Okay.
Mine is deep,
Okay, I'm just saying.
and it ain't to be judged by my peers. It's for me to work on myself, and I wouldn't want to see nobody else.
So you just want people to do this for themselves?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For real. Because that's what we are. We can't want better, man, if we ain't willing to change who the hell we is. My homeboy, I wish him the best.
That's what's up.
Because he's a great guy. He just talked to a bunch of toxic people. And that makes him think he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
But he don't. But I love him to death.
Yeah. I want to go back to when we was talking about what's her name? Eboni.
Yeah, I want to hear what I really want to hear what you guys
I got to
say
hear,
on this.
because what happens is this is when one of the perfect examples of when you talk about a black woman in public, how the backlash comes.
2 hands.
The backlash.
Let's go, brother. You
So
got
what
the flow.
happened was, it was her response when she came in and she took shots at. She said all the people that said I shouldn't have this preference are probably the same guys that made C's and D's, and I want to make sure that mediocrity isn't something that black people sit and get comfortable with. Now, she said all of this on her response. Nobody told her to do it. This is just based off of the response she got off of what she said to Van Zandt. So when she went to the Breakfast Club, Envy, I'm not a big fan of his, but he went at her because, like you said, she came in and she was on her horse. Nobody could tell her nothing. She was going in, and a lot of things she said made a lot of sense about how she said the Indian Americans are the highest earning here in America, white people in the middle, black people at the bottom. And she was like, my whole point was to say that I want better for us as a black people. I want us to stop settling for being mediocre and things of that nature. But Envy took it. What you got?
Quote unquote. The people that had a problem with what I said probably were C and D students in school. Who the hell did that help?
My point. This is why I wanted to bring all this back up.
Okay.
So Envy went in. He said, "Well, my dad, he was really hurt. I mean, you could tell. He get riled up, and he go in. He was riled up because he said my dad worked one job, and he said I was the only person in my family that went to college and all of these things, but he did it with a regular job.
Right.
My mom had a regular job. So I'm not going to sit here and let you talk about people with regular jobs, because regular jobs keep the lights and the water working here at the Breakfast Club. Like, he went in.
Right.
And it didn't matter what he said. She could not accept it and just say, you know what? You're right. But I have my preference. And she even got past my preference. She just said, I'm saying this because I want black people to do better. And she even pulled her phone out, pulled out mediocre. And she was like, she started backpedaling. She said, well, I didn't mean it in a negative connotation. But when you look up mediocre, it says not bad or good, but the last part that she left off, this is the beauty of people in journalism and media, the last part says barely adequate.
Barely.
That's the barely. That's the negative connotation of mediocre. But she kept, and that's what he kept saying, you moving the goalpost. You changing your argument now, and so it was just, I stand with Envy on this because she continuously would stand her point. And there was no humility shown in her just saying, okay, if I am trying to give this point that I want black Americans to be better by doing this, this, and that, you can't force people by yelling and fussing at people. So if I'm trying to get a message across, I got to have some kind of delivery to who I'm trying to talk to. And that was the problem I had with her.
If I can jump in real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
To be honest with you, man, if we really want to look at this in the right light, this is one of those shock value things that you say to get more likes and attention and everything else. And
kinda took it
like,
that way.
like we get, well, here we are talking about somebody we don't have no business talking about.
Right. I didn't even know.
I respect it. I'm not going to, because I get it because of the wave that it made. But what she actually did was create a wave. And now here we are surfing her wave to try to either backtrack it down or to actually say, how do we understand did she have a real valid point? That's how I look at that whole situation.
You know how many viewers she gained with that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and she didn't even set out. I'm pretty sure she didn't set out to throw that bomb out. Damn, I just out now. Throw that out there for viewership. But when it happened, she understood it and she went with it.
I think she rolled with it, bro. I think she had a plan to do something like.
I don't think she
because
I don't think when she was talking to Ayanna, she knew it was gonna go that way. Where that split second when that bus driver came out, her reaction was what it was.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think she meant that.
And you know why I think she did? Because bus drivers in America are not bad jobs. Like city bus drivers.
You gotta look at it from her
not-
perspective though, because if she feels like I'm a certain level,
Yeah.
she's gonna look down on whatever is below that.
I make bus driver money.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's great money.
Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'm probably considered more upper middle class than I am just middle class or lower middle
Of course.
class.
Right.
So, like now we get. See, the thing that bothers me about this is because now y'all make me agree with some of the stuff that Kevin Samuels says, and you know, even broke clocks are right twice a day.
My boy Kurt said, "You want to say it?
You go, I'm not gonna say that because so many people get upset at me about the things that I say, and I want to make sure when I say something like that, it'll be in proper context. But what I want to try to just the message I want to convey in this is just that like her. You not getting ready. Every woman in America, every black woman, anyone, you're not getting ready to get somebody that's making $150,000, $200,000 a year.
That's right.
And if you telling me that $80,000, $90,000 a year is unacceptable for you, I get it. But you got a lot of competition.
Yeah.
And we all do it. If that's what, it's certain things. It's just like the man who's making that money, like she's probably not even in it. They're not looking at her. Because they're looking at the chick that's some Instagram model or the chick that
need a
like
trophy.
somebody. Yeah, they're looking at something that all she do is work out and she get money off likes or she got sponsors and
Right.
they're not even looking at you and your little measly show how they could possibly be looking at you. Like I don't want to downgrade this woman because she's black.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm trying to do. But what I'm trying to explain to you is the same way you looking at the bus driver is the person who's really making big money could possibly be looking at you.
Right.
But that's what you think you deserve.
Right.
Come on, man. Sorry.
I hear that. Men don't want women with money. They want women with values.
Do men really look at women money?
I don't think it
I don't
does.
think so either.
Yeah, I don't.
That's true.
And my thing
Women
is,
care about money.
My thing
Right.
is,
We don't care about
if
the
you
money.
go on a date, whatever you want to call them, and a man asks you, well, "What are your values?" Them answers should come off like your phone number.
Yeah.
How many people can actually do that?
No, first thing they're gonna say, "What you mean?"
See, that's at
Stalling
that
tactic.
point, what?
You stalling?
You're right.
I value
Don't
getting
even
my
worry
hair
about it.
done every week. I value.
I mean, but
You know they fucking.
they can't stand me.
These is back to what I'm saying, man. We got to tap more into being better people.
The things that matter.
To things that matter. Thank you for helping me with that. But what I know,
Well,
Who's gonna have conversations like that on dates and stuff?
I do.
actually,
'Cause-
yeah, I ain't got time to.
Because I'm told that you could talk your way out of it. That's like,
You can.
But you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
They
good,
already
that's
know
a
what
great
it's on.
conversation
Yeah,
then.
you can.
Because
Sure.
if your mind can't go outside of what's going on TMZ,
I
and
probably need to talk my way
I
out
don't need
of
to be
it.
talking to you no way.
Right. It's a
Because I
bunch
don't
of
know.
I'm
them
gonna
out
be
there
mad at
that say,
myself
"Yo,
for
this
talking
cat is
myself out of it
boring.
though.
He bores me.
Or you know what? I didn't heard you too much. I ain't ready for all that. That's fine. What you want to talk about? And then when you say, I mean, let's talk about my
that
favorite
mouth
color
do?
and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. My color, my shit changed whatever outfit I got.
Say, what
I
that
don't
mouth
fucking
do?
know. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, people. I mean, I think what's your favorite color is always. I love that question because when women ask me that, black.
All right.
That's why I'm sitting here with you. Now, how black are you?
This guy.
You know me. How black are you?
he's shooting it straight all
How
the
black
time.
are you?
All the
You
time.
know, find out your worth before you try to give it to somebody else. That's what I'm saying for real.
People be putting value on something they don't even know what it's worth.
Hey man, find out your worth.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
For you trying to get
with you on that.
For you trying to get into somebody else, man.
Yeah.
Find out your worth, man.
Well, I normally say this, but last time I was with Ralph, he got me feeling some kind of way.
I had to go home and check my books.
My crown.
Right, I had to check my books.
Because I know I made last year, the year before that, and I got a Benz, and now it's short.
And still by yourself, be cold in the winter in that bed by yourself.
And then they get through all the pages.
But you got
really worthless.
You got men that got a lot of money, man. And they out here, they out here looking crazy. Yeah,
It's worthless.
Yeah.
Miserable.
They, you know what they doing? They try to get around us to find character.
Mm-hmm.
Then they try to take that.
You can't duplicate my character.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
Like we done been a part of that, dog.
You're not gonna put me in that conversation.
You act like I was gonna name somebody.
What you got to say?
I don't know what you gonna do. That's the thing. I don't know.
We're not doing that. I've been there.
I don't know.
I'm not. Let's move on. First
That's
off,
it.
you was there too.
That's
Was
it.
he there that day?
That's it.
I don't know if you was.
He was there.
We moving past that. What the people came to see is what the title is today. Would you have a baby with a friend?
Oh man.
Go first, dog. This was.
To give a little backstory, man. I was
go
talking
with
to a
that.
friend of mine.
Go with that.
And the friend of mine told me, she was like, yo, you know, I'm getting ready to be blase blah soon. And, you know, I was with some guy and, you know, it didn't work out. We tried it again on and off for a few years. And like, I'm just to the point to where, you know, I got my best friend was like, yo, we should just have a baby together. And and this conversation was via text. And I was just kind of looking and it just kind of stunned me. Like, I mean, I get it because I've had women in the past say, yo, if we don't have no kid by the time you hit 35, me and you having a kid, like, you know, like little contracts, or if ain't neither one of us together, as y'all see, I ain't got no kids, so obviously ain't none of this work out.
I had a few contracts.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about.
I had a few.
You know what I mean? But, and I, like, for me, the first thing I did, I got a crew, right? I got a crew on my WhatsApp, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my WhatsApp people, because you know that's we WhatsApp. Big up, big up, big up, big up. But the first thing I did was went to like my little team, and I was like, hey man, is this kind of weird? You know? And I wasn't judging my homegirl. I was like, it's kind of weird because
Just inquisitive.
are you supposed to be able to like I'm gonna tell you how ignorant I am. Like, and I mean ignorant in a good way. But I'm like, I don't really get excited over my best friends that are women. Like, I don't get excited over, you know, I don't get excited like that. But that's not gonna be something I'm like, yeah, I've been waiting to get a hand on you.
Well, but if you just having a baby though, it ain't even about the whole.
Is this a natural baby?
So that's where I went with it. Okay. I'm like, so are we supposed to smash and have the baby? Right. And does that include multiple smash? I didn't tell this to my friend, and she's gonna see this.
You gotta get it right the first time.
I know.
You gotta get it right the first time.
See, I didn't even think about all
that. My mind went completely left. Like, okay, are we gonna be? And then so my homegirl Sherry, shout out to Sherry Shabazz, man. Check her out, SherryShabazz.com for everything you need. I forgot to add you in the business stuff earlier. My bad, but I talked to Sherry. Sherry was like, yeah, you could either pay thousands of dollars to have a doctor shoot it up in it, or you can nut in the cup and then she can shoot it in it. And I'm like, I'm not having no test tube kids.
I mean, but
you want to do it old school.
Yeah, I'm like, but at the same time,
that opens
like
another door.
Like
what? No, it don't change the
no,
dynamic.
because what happens? What happens?
No.
Okay, you be like, yo, I'm ovulating, bang out for me.
Yeah.
And so I go ahead and and it don't work.
I see the table is divided. We on one side, y'all on another side. So let's do it. Let's do it.
What y'all mean?
Look,
So
man,
you said
as a friend,
you can hit it once and that's it.
if it's for the purpose of
for the kid, old school.
So you ain't even
not
trying
doing
to. You know why you in it? You ain't even trying to feel what it like or nothing. You just going in there hitting it.
trying to hurry up and skeet off in there, be through with it, get the baby, and we gonna do what we gotta do for the kids' sake. After
we not
that,
doing no test tube baby. I feel you.
I
Flex.
understand that, but what I'm saying, you saying you can hit it once, skeet up in it, hope it work.
That's you only gonna get one time.
No, I mean, you're trying to get her pregnant at this point. So are y'all continuously have sex just to get pregnant?
Yeah.
Old school style. Yeah, it's gonna be most.
You agree the same way?
100%.
Listen,
Are you gonna keep having sex till the baby?
No, I mean we gonna do it, and then if she miss her period, and then if
No. Let's say she pregnant.
Okay.
right. No, we done. That's it.
Or you not staying.
Y'all not, y'all not in a
We're
relationship.
not in a
So
relationship.
you
We're
gotta stay
friends
for the kid.
Yeah.
What about
This-
what about visitation?
no?
All of that's already because
you
you
don't
know
want
the
no
person.
visitation.
No,
You
absolutely
told me you
nothing
already
at all.
know the person, so
Yeah.
like y'all having a kid, so at least you know
It's
the
gonna
person.
be. It's gonna
Everything
be.
else is gonna be good.
Everything else gonna be good.
Yeah. You
So
gotta
let's just
establish
say
that from the
at
rip.
the co-parenting is gonna be 100 on both sides.
You got a woman with all this?
Yeah. I mean,
Later
not
on.
at,
Not during the time.
not during the
Right,
time.
right. He
Let's
just-
say if we have the baby, let's say while she pregnant, I end up with a girlfriend.
Right.
That should be fine because we agreed on having a child together, not a relationship. And if we're friends,
But you gotta have a relationship for the child.
but of course, that's a co-parent
Co-parent.
relationship. That's not an intimate relationship.
What was the other thing we threw in there?
Can I just finish what I
Why
wanted
you
to say?
my
always
bad.
trying to? Why you always
Listen.
trying to
That's
ask
what
it?
that was the conversation.
Listen,
Go ahead, man.
excuse my ego. I'm a Leo gang. Bang bang.
Hey,
I know if I can hit once, I can hit
it's
twice.
guaranteed. Hey,
But if you know that you don't have to,
Listen,
What you mean?
listen.
would you be? It's
What
others-
happens?
it's-
What happens? What happens when somebody catch feelings? 'Cause, see, y'all come from a era where I guess like y'all can smash somebody and they ain't catching no feelings. That don't happen over here.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your ego, right?
I told you that before I started.
So you
you gotta establish that from the rip,
Ain't
man.
nobody
You can't cut off your feelings, bro.
Yes, you can.
Look,
Yes, you can.
My bad, player. My bad.
Yes, you can.
My bad.
It's big
Let me
pimping
ask-
over
okay,
there.
well, let me
Big
ask-
pimping.
I'm gonna
be there for the
Big
right.
pimping.
I'm gonna be there
That's-
for the child. I'm
That's
gonna be
platinum
there.
plus over there, boy.
Yeah, it's
That's
big
platinum.
pimping over there.
He said it
So-
he said it with a deep voice too.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
My shit get deep too. Show you right. Well, you crazy. Hell.
Oh my God, man.
So you get this woman pregnant. What if you like the smash though? You telling me you even if
What,
after she
afterwards?
had, yeah.
Nah, bro, you gotta keep it G, man. You know what it was. Don't get attached to it.
You know me.
Hold on.
I agree 100%.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, man.
I'm 100 on
This
this.
niggas be lying.
Ain't nobody lying.
Look, man, if
Ain't
you
no
made
pussy
that
that good.
agreement, man,
Say
you
what?
made.
Yeah, I know I had your attention. You fell into my trap. You nasty motherfucker.
What happens if she? Because see, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all, I'm used to good smash. What happens when she can't get enough of you?
Yeah.
And you say, "Yo, look, chill," because you know.
I mean, you are gonna
But
try
at
to
the
like-
same time, it's like,
what
nah,
I'm
I already
saying.
shot one off in here.
First off, let's do this. Once she get pregnant, I'm going to get my child legitimized. Okay. So now after that, if her feelings get caught up off of that one hit, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
What
If
happens
your
when
feelings get caught up?
I ain't built like that. Oh my God.
Everybody,
I'm not
But he
built
talking
like
about
that.
my ego.
everybody
not
really
built
dynamite
like
around here. He got super dick.
I'm saying,
You ain't got no
I'm
feelings.
just saying, when,
Glad you know that. Hey.
Can I
as
ask
a
y'all a real
dude, when
question?
was the last time you fell in love just because of sex? Just because of sex. Not everything else she did, just because of sex. When did that happen?
When she
When I
was
wasn't
like-
getting no sex.
and she
back
had
in
to
the
be
day
like
when I was a kid.
super older than me.
Exactly.
When she was wild.
So it shouldn't be hard.
So you're-
At this point, it shouldn't be hard for you to disconnect just a physical aspect when y'all had an agreement.
Y'all got a kid together now too.
That's different.
What that
So
got to
now-
do with sex?
What if she apply pressure?
Listen. So you asking what? So now you do got a kid. So you like, okay, the baby over there, man. I'm gonna stay the night a couple nights
I
a week.
want to stay
and
with my kid.
Yeah, like what happens when in all of that? How do you manage that? I'm not saying it's not manageable. I'm not saying that.
If y'all
I get
friends,
the agreement,
that should be
and,
able to
and
happen.
because y'all friends too,
What if she got?
it kind of make
what
it
if she
easier.
got a man?
He should be okay with having QT time by herself without the baby.
No, he said go over there.
I'm not staying. I'm gonna take
You're
the
not
baby.
saying, come on, man.
I can't take the baby with me?
Yeah, you can. But what I'm saying, the baby's staying over there. But you know, y'all was sitting. So the baby too,
'Cause y'all just
and y'all
friends.
sitting around.
It
And
ain't
y'all
his
good.
child.
Y'all just friends.
He should be receptive to that. Okay, huh? Come get him.
Speaking from a man that ain't never been a stepfather,
right,
it's totally different.
right.
It's
I
totally
know,
different.
but
It's totally different.
Them your kids, he don't get that.
hey,
Yo,
you should want
quality.
you should want quality time alone with your lady, even if that child isn't yours. What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with it, Crespo. You got it.
This
It's
is
okay when they do it.
It's gonna
Who
be a
is that?
problem when they do it.
Problem with it.
Yeah, you gonna be crying when they do it. You gonna be looking crazy when you do it.
Man,
oh goodness. Okay, wait, what?
Yeah, Shannon in there too.
Who in there?
Shannon.
Oh, she said, what is the goalpost Flex needs to clarify this situation? Is it just a donor situation or co-parent?
Co-parent. It's not a donor situation.
Right. Because
Because they friends. We friends.
yeah, y'all know each other. Yeah.
So it's a co-parent.
It was co-parenting situation.
Right.
We already know each other. We know each other's ins and outs. We've been friends for years.
Y'all just ain't had no kids.
Ain't neither one of y'all had kids at the point. Y'all getting close to 40. She
So
feeling
we
the pressure.
fulfill that contract. So
So
somebody
we
actually
do a real
fulfill that
contract to where it's like, yeah, we gonna just go ahead and
Could
just
you
shoot
do
off.
it?
Ain't nobody waiting on Shannon to respond.
No,
Don't
she said,
incriminate yourself.
she said that could get ugly.
That's what I was trying to explain.
She said it could get
sister. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yo, this is kind of different.
Hey.
This ain't, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody going. This ain't just you going to drop some, you know what I mean? Drop a couple kids off in a cup somewhere, and you don't know who gonna grab them.
Well, y'all should get like documentation before you do that shit.
What is saying though?
Saying what?
Everything
Crespo?
you've agreed on.
What do we agree on?
I mean,
How do you agree on
so
this?
nobody.
I can't go with the documentation, but
and so you don't get hemmed up, bro. You got paperwork.
I'm getting my
agreed to
child
this.
legitimized. That
We
way, when
agreed
we
to this.
start going
Let me
back
go
and
to-
forth,
So you think your best friend was cheating on you? She was smashing somebody else too?
No, I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
You
I'm
wasn't-
talking about the legitimization. Whereas if we say if either she catch feelings or I catch feelings, and then they start using the child as a pawn, I can't get my kid for this holiday, this and that. I get the legitimization, so you can't go back and forth, and we get paperwork to where the
So
visitations
you
and all of that.
going straight visitation from the hospital?
Not visitation, but I'm gonna get legitimized,
Legitimized,
so
so
she
they
can't
can't
just
say
take
you
them.
cheating.
Right.
Yeah.
But as
and
far as
then-
when y'all leave and it's time to live
They
life.
going straight to court. That's what Sean said.
if it gets to where she's like, you know, I was thinking you could come over and no, hold on now, we ain't doing. That's when I'm going to court and be like, hey, let's go. You get them for 2 weeks, I get her for 2 weeks, and go back and forth like that.
Hub said
this what you-
Because that was now, if
this
it
your
gets
best
there,
friend.
it's gonna sever the relationship.
This your best friend.
You changed the story. You just said a friend. Now you said
no,
best
he
friend.
said best friend.
I said that from the jump.
This is best friend.
Jesus.
This ain't we ain't just
Taurus season, man.
we ain't just picking no
They
average.
hear what they want to
I
hear.
know.
going to
just
average
said-
person we know.
Man, I still stand on it. Once you put your foot in that sand, you got to stand on it. Y'all got to. If somebody feelings get caught up, hey, you knew the rules when we started. We can't change.
Is
the
it
rules
that
now.
simple with a kid involved?
No, it's not. But somebody got to stand up by how we started.
And if anybody's gonna be that person to stand up,
Sean.
It's
Sean.
gonna be me.
Oh, no, that motherfucker
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
you think? I think Sean works.
No, that motherfucker there, boy.
Yeah.
So y'all explain where y'all were going at. Like, how would it play out if
I think
you
this
do
is
it?
weird.
So you wouldn't do it.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I don't
If you-
understand how
if
that's
you
supposed to
did-
work.
If you did,
We got to talk about. I need
and she
real.
caught feelings.
And if she caught feelings, I'm probably gonna keep smashing. Like
Are you gonna still date other women? Maybe I shouldn't have asked
How
that.
good is the smash?
Right.
Oh
we
my
might-
God.
Yeah, we might become a family out this shit.
Because my best friend,
Yeah.
even though that's not our thing,
What if
my
your-
best friend gets it and cooks. She gets her money. She do
What if-
everything.
What if your best friend unattractive? Would you do it anyway just because that's your best friend?
I'm thinking about my back.
I can't.
I ain't gonna be like I ain't.
My best friend ain't gonna be ugly.
I said I ain't gonna be that vain.
Fuck that shit. No, I don't have no ugly best friends. We ain't
You got
doing
light
that.
skin and Billy D over
Hey,
here. You asked the
bro.
wrong people.
Hey,
Yo,
he's a model.
Yo, wow.
Who the fuck you talking to?
nigga, look at me.
What I got to
Now
worry
look
about?
at us.
What I got to worry
Look at
about?
us.
All I,
So,
I ain't got shit to worry about. Don't worry about it. Y'all
yo,
crazy.
you crazy.
dang.
No. You think it's women out here that feel like they BFFs never wanted to smash?
I do.
Man.
This gonna be a long one here. We gonna be here for a minute.
Yeah.
I do.
I do.
Not all of them. You know what I'm saying?
What?
But like it's some. Like I got friends. I got
women
women
friends
friends
that I
that
wouldn't-
I don't even look at
Yeah,
like that.
for real. Yeah.
Like I don't
I
even
know I
look
do.
at that.
I
Like,
know I do.
And they bad. Mm-hmm. But
Sure.
I just
They all right. No, I'm just playing.
Wow.
I was talking about mine. I wasn't talking about
Nigga, you lie.
I know mine bad.
right.
But I'm just saying no for real. Like I got like They got no. Man, Sherry is super tight. That's never been our relationship. Is to be.
Some women you don't look at for
But,
sex, man.
but I'm gonna be honest, and hopefully she won't see this, and her friends won't see. But Sherry had mad friends, so it wasn't like I didn't like. She was the plug.
Yeah.
So she put you on some other
plug.
all the time. Not
So it
like,
was-
oh, I put you on this one, so you
Like,
can't talk to this
everybody
one.
around
She was
them
like,
is-
nah, free game.
No,
Here you go.
it wasn't even that. It was just one of them situations where like, yo, every woman that this woman is around
Besides your wife, your girlfriend, you don't trust any other woman besides your best friend if that's a woman, or your mother if that's the kind of relationship y'all got. So with that being said, would you trust her to abide by whatever contract y'all come up with, just because you feel like you trusted her without this kid? Could you trust her with the kid?
Yeah, I'm not having any other obligations outside of the kid.
So after you put your nut in it, you done.
I'm done. You can go date. We can talk about your dates like we've been doing before I skeeted in you.
what happens if she come up on hard times and like
And
she
you
need
gotta
money
take
for
the
rent?
kid. Yeah, something
Nah,
like
she
that.
need money for rent.
I'll help out.
Okay.
Oh, you know,
okay,
Sean will
okay.
come out that money.
I'll help out.
Yeah, yeah, Sean.
That's just me being a friend.
Yeah, Sean will come out that money.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As a character. As a character.
As a friend, the
Hey, delete
friendship.
delete that part when you edit. No, I'm just kidding.
As a friend, that's part of being a friend. Like,
But you
that's
wouldn't want no parts of raising the kid.
Yeah, I want it. I want that every
Yeah, I
day.
think
all day.
Absolutely.
That
the
takes
situation when we
precedence.
talked, they was talking about
Just
traditionally co-parenting,
Yeah.
but they still wasn't like they not rocking.
They
together.
not together.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was real. Like, and for me, the beat, like all of the stuff that y'all got into was great, but for me, it was just like I don't look at my friend like I got to like you know what I'm saying.
So
How do
for
I
you to
get-
even get to that point,
like, because I'm not doing the you gonna beat off over here and we gonna shoot. No.
I ain't doing
Yeah.
that. I'm
We gonna
going
have
in.
natural.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, we going. It's going.
Thank
down.
you.
that's all I thought.
I'm with
about.
you.
I wasn't even thinking about.
So when they start
Oh,
telling me all of the other stuff, but I'm like, I'm just thinking about my friends and my female friends, and I'm like, that's gonna be kind of weird though too.
Yeah, because
What if you get in there and it's just
we asked you that.
But what if it's
Nah, you
garbage?
was the one who was in it. Yeah.
Yo.
I mean,
You pulling out there.
nah. If I get in there, I'm in there.
it's done?
I
We
got-
already.
You got to make.
Yeah,
the best
you got to
decision.
finish.
Garbage, if it's
You
garbage.
already signed the contract.
garbage.
You got to
You done
fulfill.
already put it in there.
Yeah,
If it's
you got to
garbage.
fulfill the contract
Y'all
at
some
that point.
soldiers.
If it's garbage.
You gonna pull out?
Yep. If it's
Nah,
garbage.
I have to hit him in a minute, man. Yo, why don't you give me a little brain until we?
I'm gonna hit you back. I'm gonna hit you back.
Hey, you want see? Now I ain't even trying to do all of that.
What?
No,
We gonna have
see
sex,
now
bro.
y'all trying to know. You gonna pull out the trunk on her?
I mean, you know, no.
See?
Because this ain't a
See?
trunk situation.
Exactly.
Everybody don't get a trunk.
So right now,
Sex comes ahead though, don't it?
I think so. It's
I
sexless.
love this show.
It's sexless without here.
the purpose is to have a kid right now.
I need some head to have a kid, dog.
That's real.
So you can't nut unless you get head.
He ain't say that.
It depends.
Well, I'm saying,
no, it
that's-
depends.
It's
It depends.
the intensity of
The
it.
whole
depends.
point is to have a baby right now.
Okay,
but
well,
we
listen.
got-
If
we
we
got-
have
You
sex, we
trying
have
to-
sex.
So you're not gonna have super sex. You're gonna have baby having baby
It's
having
straight,
sex.
yeah, straight up.
You gonna play music?
I'm not. No, I ain't playing no goddamn music. On top of the covers.
you laughing at,
Are you gonna kiss her?
Yeah.
No kissing.
So y'all
Keep your shirt. Keep your shirt on.
Keep your shirt on. Ain't
Keep
no
your shirt
kissing.
on.
Shirt on.
keep your shirt on.
Yeah.
What I need to get all six
I'm not
for?
having
If I
no
can,
kid under high school sex conditions.
Who getting all the way bucket naked?
We will not. I will not be looking at myself. Man, I had high school sex and had you. No.
Y'all sleeping in big t-shirts. ain't y'all?
It's because it's cold.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
see, I'm not staying. I'm leaving after I nut. I'm out of there. I'll see you tomorrow.
God damn.
But
We
you
friends.
gotta smash multiple times. He said because if it don't work.
I'm waiting until if her period miss, or it don't, or if it comes, then okay, let's do it again.
She'll tell you if she ovulating, right?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
So I wait until
everything can be set up.
yeah. So I wait till the next time. I'm not going over there 2 days later and jump up and let me make
She's
sure.
still
I'm
ovulating, right? 2 days later.
gonna do it one time, and then
you
let's
think
see
you
what your
got- you think
period
You got
do.
one hit of quitters sperm.
I'm just saying.
Super sperm. Oh, you crazy as hell.
Yo, y'all crazy, man.
God, man, that was a good one, man.
That's right, Hubbard. Keep your socks on.
Right.
I gotta have the socks on.
Do that thing, get up out of there. You ain't trying to make no memories. You just trying to
You talking
create a
about keeping
kid.
socks on, man. Next thing you know, she started beating you up. Like, it's competition for me. I ain't gonna lose. You getting pregnant? I ain't losing the competition.
So she throw back, you going in.
Oh,
Hold on
just
now.
imagine she throw back, you got the socks on, and next thing you know, you
Hold on a minute.
Oh, you need leverage. You need grip.
you gotta be able to dig in, dog.
Go now. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
You got that back
Damn it,
foot.
you ain't finna do me.
Back foot to the side. Now
Come
you
on,
trying to
man.
hold your shit together.
That motherfucker got his leg on the wall.
The top of the
Trying to
sock.
hold in there.
The top of the sock on the bottom. Like,
You gotta add a sock with the little grips on the bottom.
Ain't no way she gonna
What
tell.
man put
And I
them
know
on?
my best friend and her homegirls. Ain't no way she gonna be like,
I got them for Christmas. A whole bunch of them.
yo, I threw it back on this motherfucker, hit the wall. Nope.
You might get a splinter.
Now
She told me.
let's talk about that. How do you think she would talk to her friends about this situation?
she probably would tell her friends, bro.
Just like, oh, me and
Ladies
yeah,
don't
such-
talk
such-
when about their sexual, about having sex.
That's a
Man, you've been out of the game for
Yeah,
so long.
oh, what's going on?
Yeah, that's
Wholesome,
a-
man.
They're wholesome women. They don't discuss their intimate settings.
Whose
man
man's is this?
Man, that's right.
Hey, I'm your man. I'm your man. Your man. Don't deny me, motherfucker. Shit.
Oh my god.
Hey, Ralph.
Yeah.
Wrap it up, dog. Let's get out of here.
Oh man.
That was a good one, man. Hey man, it's all when you see all four of these faces in one spot, whether it's here, whether it's out and about, y'all know we gonna have a good time because we folk for real.
No doubt. No
Word
doubt.
up.
So man, I'm always happy to have us in here, man. Always check out Soundproof Hung Room on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. They're getting updated before you even say anything. I've been working.
doubt.
I've been working.
Oh, what, are we still on them sites, man?
Yeah, we still on that, man. Just check us out, like, subscribe, man. We appreciate y'all. What y'all got?
Hey man. Again. Bienvenidos de la Cuba. That means welcome back from Cuba.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
I know you had a
Nah.
blast out there, no problem. And happy birthday to you. I got a little something for you.
Oh, okay. What we talking about?
We do. Me and your sister, we went shopping.
Okay. I like presents.
You keep that,
Is
brother.
that a dial?
Huh?
Is that one of them dials? you
No,
play
it's them
with?
socks with them grippies on the bottom.
Bang, 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 bang.
I don't know about what them dials you play with.
Hey, oh, one more thing too.
What you got?
Yo, we getting a date together. We throwing a volleyball game together. So bring your good vibe, bring your BYOB, all that stuff. Check it out in the page. I'll start posting that stuff up there at the Clayton County Park in Morrow, the Clayton Gym. But
Big up.
keep an eye out for that, man. All my volleyball players, good vibes out there, man. Come chill with us, fellowship, man. It's gonna be a good look.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh man, no doubt, bro.
Oh, did you say date? I missed all that. I was in my gift.
We ain't got no
I'm
date yet, though.
No date yet. But we gonna do it before it get too hot. We know how y'all do.
Boom.
It's all good. Good to see y'all too, bro.
Yeah, I just want to say, as always, man, I appreciate y'all for the love and the support and the fellowship and everything that we've always put together. Thank you for having me on the podcast, man. It's dope always being able to have a fresh perspective over here on the pod. One thing I want to say is shout out to Dante Naylor, who was like a nephew of mine, man. He's also known as the King of Awesome. He was recognized in March as being a young entrepreneur in Buffalo. He's 14 years old, man, autistic, man. Inclusion matters. Right. Shout out to his parents, my friends, Bruce and Shuki Naylor, man. Y'all are amazing. Inspiration. Like, man, I love y'all. There's so much that I can speak on Dante and how he continues to tell us what he's gonna do and he actually does it, man. Dante's an American hero. He's an inspiration. Dante, I love you. And just so you know, man, I got you with the Baconators when I come home.
No doubt.
Rude intellect, man. You know, we always gonna keep it going, keep doing it big, man. I love y'all, man. Thank you.
Shout out Dante, man. Big stuff. 18, what we doing?
Shout out to you brothers, man. It's always a pleasure to have y'all on here. With me and Sean, y'all don't know how much it means to us.
Indeed.
Hey, good to see you, man.
I'm gonna leave everybody with
appreciate
peace is something that you gotta have in you. It's not nothing you go to. So there's nothing in your house that can become your peace if it's not in you. There's nothing you can drink, there's nothing you can smoke that can be your peace if it's not in you. So find peace the right way, and then you'll have it. 1-8, I'm gone.
Whew. That that boy did good today.
Yeah, he did.
He did good. He didn't say a lot, but when he spoke, he laid it down. You know what I'm talking about?